What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Oh, my bad. What's up? It's your boy, Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start out by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Well, today we are supposed to have a Chicago legend, man. He's been around for a minute. He's a comedian. He's an actor. He's a playwright. He's a producer. He's a director. And he's a stand-up comedian. And this guy, he's been around. I believe this. He's been around since he was 19 years old. Started comedy when he was 19 years old. And he says that he's never had a regular job. No, I guess the regular job is like the 9-to-5 jobs. Okay, he says comedy is what he is. He's been on BET Comic View. He's been doing everything for a long time. He's done a couple of films that he's produced. I Fell in Love with a Crackhead, and a couple other things. All right, and he's just all around good guy, number one, and funny as hell. All right, Obi, what's up?
What's up, man?
I'm chilling.
Oh man, just running a little behind, getting in the house.
Oh, it's all good. You know how we do, man. We can talk through a storm, bruh.
Huh?
We can talk through a storm. Man, y'all check out this Half Lit, man. Half Lit is the other brand.
Dang, I need to get one of them.
That's the other brand, man. This is my son's group, Half Lit. Him and Colin Smith, man, they doing the thing out there, making a name for themselves.
Yeah.
In fact, his tour was supposed to start in February, but because of his surgery on his feet, had to postpone it a little bit. So
It ain't nothing but something to go over. He'll be all right.
Oh no, he's good, man. He's good. He's actually creating more music now, so that's how that's gonna go, man. Gina's not here, of course. Just gonna be you and me probably today because Gina, she on Thursday she does some other
Gotta
stuff.
do a thing.
You know. Yeah. But I'm waiting on Mr. B. Cole to come through, hang out with us. All right, he has a like I say, he's a comedian. He got an event that's coming up on the what day is that? The 9th. It's at Theater 47 out in Park Forest, Illinois. He's hosting as the League of Extraordinary Comics, and it's him, Tony Schofield, Luckett, and the birthday guy Roy. He's going to be there, all right, and that's in Park Forest. So y'all get there, get the tickets, and seating starts at 7 o'clock, and the show time is at 8 o'clock p.m. But also, he's nominated for Stand-Up Comedian of the Year. You guys gotta get out there and vote. Support your own, man. Support local talent. That's Midwest talent, Chicago talent. And that's going to be on March the 10th. Sunday, March the 10th is when you'll hear the announcement. But, nominate. Just go vote now. www.312musicaward.com. Y'all get that in and make sure that's all good. Shout out to my guy, Always supportive. My guy Michael Green, the man, the creator of DeVille Radio. Okay, he's doing his thing out there, man. And a lot of you young artists that are out there too. You guys need to look at and find who Michael Green is, man, and hang out with him. You got the platform where you can get your music heard, right?
Yeah,
Get out there, man.
not a doubt.
You trying to promote new
Man,
artists.
look, man, I've been I've been checking out this political thing. You know me, and this stuff is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we're at the mercy of the voting system. Okay, man. Look, y'all get out there and vote. Make sure you all make your voice
please, Lord,
heard.
y'all get out there and vote, please.
But look, man, I
Please.
got my guy here, man. He's like I said, he's a comedian, stand-up comedian. He wears a lot of hats. He's a playwright. He's a director. He's a producer. He's what else? Man, I had it. He's a screenwriter. There we go. And he's an actor. All right. And he's the CEO of Shy Fly Entertainment out of Chicago. He's one of Chicago legends. Okay. If it hadn't been for him and a couple of other people, man, that Chicago comedy scene wouldn't have been as huge as it was back in the day and as it is now. He's keeping it alive. Everybody say hello to Mr. B. Cole.
Be cool.
What's up, G? What's going on, fellas?
What's
my man Mo B?
What's going on, man?
Good to have you back, man.
Oh, no problem, man. You know, it's just blessed to reach a new year, you know?
I hear you.
You out here working.
Yeah.
You out here working.
Yeah, man, it's in my DNA, you know. It's when you got something you love, you know, it's just a blessing to be able to do it, you know, under just good circumstances, you know.
Mm-hmm. So
go ahead, Mo.
No, I was just going to ask you, bouncing back from the pandemic. How's that pandemic thing? You know, during pandemic, what you do?
Well, dude, let me tell you, the pandemic is probably the best rest I've gotten my whole adult life. You know, because I started doing comedy at 19 years old in 1991, and you know, as being in the business and the industry, and when you try to go without Hollywood's help, you know, when you do stuff independently, it's a constant grind.
Yep.
And you know, with me, my head be to the ground, and I'm just constantly doing something. I'm working. Where I look up, it's a new year, you know. Yeah. And I never had the time to really stop and smell the roses and look at all my accomplishments until the pandemic. You know, wow. I was able to rest, relax, then look at the trail behind me that I left behind. And man, you know, so I gotta say the pandemic was real beneficial for me.
Say you woke up and eyes was clear.
You know, some of the same people that I know, man, and I've seen some come and I've seen some go. What do you attribute to your longevity, man?
You know what? Just minding my own business, man, and keeping just. I've learned this in an early part of my career. Just stay out of people's business and keep your mouth closed. You know, but it's so crazy because the way today is, all the ranting and the complaining and the people speaking their minds, that's what's accepted now. You know, back in the day, during the time when I was younger and going through Hollywood, I used to give my opinion all the time. I never kept quiet on anything that I disliked or anything that came my way or anything. You know, I always spoke. I was vocal about it, and that labeled me as this person that people don't want to deal with. A lot of people don't even know. Yeah, people don't even know I was blackballed from everything before the age 30. Wow. You know. Yeah, so that's why it's like a lot of people haven't seen me over the years since the Comic View days, because Comic View, BET, once they blackballed me, I wasn't invited to all the other shows that was under their productions, such as like P Diddy, Bad Boys of Comedy, First Amendment, Martin Lawrence.
Wow.
You know, and you know, being under those productions, I wasn't invited because I stirred up a lot over at BET Comic View. I stirred up a lot over there as a young man, you know, just like real rebellious, coming from Chicago, South Side. You know, I wasn't going for the whole thing of just, you know, complying and compromising.
The okie doke.
Mm.
Exactly.
So
That's easy. That's
that being
crazy.
said, I'm gonna ask you this question. What do you think about Cat?
Oh,
Cat, you know what? Cat is very cool, man. I met Cat. Cat introduced himself to me back in the '90s before Cat Williams was Cat Williams. His name was Cat in the Hat, and I met him outside the comedy club, and he was passing out his flyers for his show, and we had a conversation, and that was the only time I encountered with Cat Williams. Because when he introduced himself to me as a fan, B Cole fan, you know, because like I said, at that time, BT Comic View was huge and everything, you know. And the next time I saw Cat, he was on the movie Friday, and you know, the rest is history. But what he's done at the beginning of the year on Club Shay Shay, I'm happy he did it because he's opened the door for a lot of comedians to come and speak their truth, you know, without it coming off as like bitter, jealous, or just being petty, you know. And it's no hate, it's just the man's truth, because I have a lot of truth in me, but like I said, over the years I held a lot of stuff in because, like I said, I'm not as known as a lot of the big comedians who I got stories about. So it'll come off as hating and everything. So when Cat did that, I looked at it as like, yo, that was kind of a ascending from God to for all the little people, you know, to speak their truth and for it to be accepted is what it is, especially if you holding the receipts.
Yeah. He kicked the door open too, you know. He just kicked the door open
Wide
and
open.
Yeah.
and that's cool. I mean, I think everybody should be able to have an opportunity to say what they have to say and unapologetically. All right. But you've always been direct with your comedy, man. Your comedy is hard hitting and direct. All right. Has that has that hindered you at all?
Well, no, because the thing is, my comedy still, for me, I still don't believe that I'm really opened up and really come as direct as you may think, but I have a lot of more, like, you know, a lot more to what I speak on. I'm a writer, you know, I'm a writer. Comedy has come to this thing of everybody just ranting on stage, telling their feelings, you know. But me coming from old school as a comedian, I'm a writer. I write jokes. I write bits. I like to write stuff that, you know, makes people think and be entertained at the same time. So today, you know, comedy is a whole different spiel, you know, because, you know, comedians just go up there and just speak what's going on around in the world, and which is cool, but it's all about ranting and giving their opinion. But like I said, I come from a writer's background.
Okay, that's what's up. And you know, I called it direct because, like I said, I was back there in that time when you had started. You, Deion Cole, Tony Skull, all of you guys, man. You guys were you came out together, man, and you guys made a huge impact. But you know, the thing is with me is that there needs to be more people like yourselves that can tell the stories, tell the jokes, and make people believe that this is what coming from me. This is real. You know, this is the way I feel.
Yeah.
Like it or don't like it. You got the cancel culture, man. When you guys come out, man, now people are saying, well, remember back when you said this 20 years ago and this and that, man. I think that's crazy. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, you know. One thing that the world needs to do is learn how to laugh at itself again. You know, everybody just need to learn how to laugh at themselves again. And it was a time when we were able to do that. No one's offended, the whole nine, everything. Because if it's not true, or you know, you shouldn't take offense to it. It's just like, you know, if it doesn't hit you directly and a direct hit, it shouldn't bother you, you know. But that's coming from a comedian who just look at everything as funny. So it's like it's unfortunate that you have the cancel culture will go back and go way back and dig something up, and it can ruin your whole career right there. That's why when I was, like I said, as I started as a comedian, I was a writer opposed to just speaking on a lot of things that was offensive to people, that they can pull it back up. See, I'm a student of Robert Townsend and Keenan Ivory Wayans, and Damon Wayans was the comedian that influenced me to do stand-up comedy. So if you look at their body of work and everything, that's what I've been inspired from and continue doing to this day.
Yeah, Damien's, he pretty tight. I like Damien. I like it.
Yeah, he's a great writer and stand-up performer. Yeah. But you have a lot of young comedians today who are inspired from what they see stand-up comedy is today. And when they look at a Dave Chappelle or when they see a Cat Williams, that's what they're gonna go after. They're gonna pick that up, and they're gonna just find stuff to complain about and rant and just, you know. And like I said, as a comedian, you have to be a writer. You know, you have to be able to write a joke, you know, make a twist of a joke, a callback, all that stuff. It's so much ingredients to stand-up comedy. It's not just being funny and not just being loud. It's so much. It's a formula. And a lot of these comedians don't have the formula.
And I think you got to think on your feet really quickly as a comedian as well. You got to be able to think on your feet really quickly.
Oh yeah.
if that audience didn't feel that first joke, man, what can I do? What can I do to make that second joke go over so I can have this crowd so I can relax?
Yeah, as a comedian, you gotta think real fast. As a comedian, you have to. And like, even if the joke works or not, if sometimes you can just get on stage just like unexpectedly, like, yo, I go out to an open mic, let me jump on stage, try some jokes or whatever, and you only get about 5 to 10 minutes. I want to work on some new material, so I gotta think quickly. So if that joke doesn't work, now you gotta go in the file cabinet and find all your jokes. All your file cabinet is in here, and you like a DJ pulling up, the old school DJs pulling up records out the crate. You know, what's the next song? You know, and you gotta be quick with it. And that's how I am with the jokes. I'm pulling up the jokes out the crate, like, all right, cool, while the people are sitting there waiting. You know, and in real time, it's like that. You know, it's like that's how quick it is. And in real time, people sit for like, you know, maybe a second or two until I find it and I go to it. Just like when you watch these movies, superhero movies or something, when they show the Flash run fast, they showing them in slow motion, you know, and that's exactly how I feel. Like the crowd is in slow motion, where I'm just like, you know, everything's in slow motion, but it's real time, and you got to be quick with that, man. So it's skill to it.
Right. So as we're talking about the real time and the quickness of it, has there ever been a moment where because you write your material, you write your own material, of course. Has there ever been a moment where you wanted to switch up midstream and just had to come off the dome with it and hope, you know what I'm saying, that the audience appreciates the fact that you did switch up a little bit?
Oh yeah. The thing is, when you're doing a show, sometimes as a headliner, in many years I've been doing it, I don't get a chance to go to the open mics to practice new material. Yeah. You know, that's a place where you go try your new jokes in front of maybe a small crowd and stuff like that. And by being open mic, it should be no judgment. It's like, yo, we just working out bits. But when you don't have time to do that and you constantly headlining shows and doing shows, traveling and all, you have to try them new jokes somewhere in your hour set. So you do the ones, you grab them with the ones that you know are guaranteed funny, that's worked plenty of times. Now you got them hooked. Now I'm about to throw one of these new ones in. You know, and when you toss that new one in, yo, it can go either way. But if you riding the wave, from the previous jokes and they're doing well, you just got to know how to put that in there, because comedy is all about timing as well.
Yep.
You know, you gotta
mix some music.
You gotta put it in, but you gotta know how to time it as well. You know, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you're forgiving because you've been funny for the past 20 minutes. You know, and you throw some new stuff in there, but you get right back to it to bring it back up.
Yeah, that's what's up. So you've been doing this since you was 19, and I read somewhere that you said you never had a regular job.
Man, one regular job, Blockbuster Video, for 3 months.
Oh, you going back.
Yeah, right there in Evergreen Park, right across the street from Evergreen Plaza. I worked at Blockbuster Video for 3 months, and I only worked there because when I started doing comedy, I came straight out of high school. I had no job, and this was my thing. I was sitting in the house with no lights on, writing jokes with candles and stuff. That's how dedicated I was to it. And the thing is, it took that one time when I first started doing comedy. I think the first 6 or 7 months, I had my first bad set. I bombed. So when I bombed, I thought I was done with comedy. I said, I quit. I'm not doing this no more, because that first bomb, it hurts so much. That's a real hurtful, you know what I'm saying? It's like catching your woman in the bed with somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of heartbreak. Like, oh my God, you know, it's like I've been good all this time, and then this one time it's horrible. So when I quit, I still wanted to be in show business and close to the movies. So I said, let me go get a job at Blockbuster Video, you know, so I could still be around movies, you know.
That's a different way of looking at it. Gonna be close to the movies.
Right.
I'm telling you.
So, but I missed this. I missed it so much. I quit after 3 months, and I was back out. there.
Man, you know, I feel you on that, okay? Because, and this is how I met you a long time ago, okay? I started my career as a singer, all right? And
okay.
I think I had a record called Everybody's Girlie. I think it went plastic. I don't know if I don't even know. It did nothing. It did nothing. And I had to switch.
What?
I said I wanted to be.
What clubs were you performing at? Were you hitting some venues?
Man, what the record label did was Atlantic Records. What they did was they sent me to Florida, right, to do a radio tour. They was getting ready to push it, and it was going to start on the East Coast. So, long story short, I got down there. They played the song on the radio. It was a terrible song. I ain't gonna lie. Went down there on the radio, and I get a call at the radio station saying, "Hey, Greg, we sorry to inform you, man, but we're gonna have to drop your contract." And I'm like, "Why?" Because we want to go with a group with name recognition. I'm like, well, damn, you know. So we're gonna send you some money to get back home, but you know, our dealings are over. The group that took me, notice it was Atlanta Regular. The group that took me out was Levert. All right. So
wow.
I said, man, I got to come home and I got to do something. So I started a little dance show. Tried to be a little Don Cornelius. That worked out real well.
I bet you didn't play Casanova on that show at all.
Oh hell no! I ain't played no Casanova.
Like, don't bring no Levert songs in this show.
I played no songs that began with the letter L. None of it, man. I said, forget that, man. But,
I don't even want to hear Daddy.
Okay, so wow. So you started your own dance show, like Soul Train.
Man. I did. Like Soul Train was it couldn't have been larger than a closet, man. This place, but I had about 13 people. I was trying to find a picture of what it looked like. Had this little painted sheet up on the back wall, and everybody dancing. The cameraman just went around and made it look real good. All right, but then ended. I was going to try to start back when BET started and back when MTV was getting ready to pop. I started music videos. I started to throw music videos into the show, and it popped up from there, man. I just started getting all of the music videos from the labels. Found a place that I could produce it from. Then I started saying I didn't want to be in the studio like MTV or BET. I wanted to go out to the people, which is how I met you a long time ago. Okay, came out to a couple of shows, saw you and Deion Cole. You guys were together at the time that I met you, and
okay,
it was just love from that point forward, man. Chicago. I'm from Gary, but Chicago showed me so much love, man. And then the rest is history.
Oh yeah,
this ain't about
yeah.
me, about you. It ain't about me. It's about you.
Yeah, Gary real close to Chicago. That y'all Chicago. It's like we always welcome in Gary, Indiana, man. No doubt. Home of Michael Jackson, of course. Respect.
Exactly.
But you know what, bro?
Mm-hmm.
But G, you like myself, I've done a lot of projects that I've done where I was ahead of my time.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, man, today there's no dance shows out here, man. There needs to be another Soul Train. Honestly, man.
But how can we do that? Because they don't dance like we used to dance back in the day.
Well,
but you know what? All them dances they do on TikTok, that can be right on your show. Let all them TikTok
that's a good way to start
dances be on your show.
That's a good way to start it. And see, the thing about it is, you got to remember, we had music to dance to. I mean, it was a different time, everybody, all the music that came out was danceable. I mean, now, like I was telling another guest who was talking about, well, they don't dance no more. I said, nah, it's like pimp hoe shit now. They want to shake it in front of,
No, it's like I took my son when he's 29 now, but I took him to a party. I was a chaperone at the party, man. And I'm hearing this music going, I'm used to the music because he's a rapper himself. So I go in, man, and they dancing. Now it's two guys holding this one guy up, leaning back like that, and this girl comes and she just twerks on him. And that's the dance, right? And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
That's what I'm talking about.
Today you can get somebody, a girl, to jump in the air and come down on the guy into a split, and man, like y'all breaking something on the floor, man. It's like that's real breakdancing right there.
Yeah, really
breaking bones, and I don't know, man, but something needs to be for our culture, and especially for the younger generation, man. It's nothing new under the sun. We need to kind of bring back all those type of shows that we had and that we admired as young people and influenced by, man. Because who wasn't into Soul Train? Well, we saw all our favorite singers and rappers, and then we saw the best dances on there, the Soul Train line. So it's like, man, we need something like that again.
But you remember, because you remember.
Go ahead, Mo.
It kind of see. I used to be out there at the skating rink, and they had DJs back then at the skating rink, and then in the G, had Screaming Wheels, and they had two places to dance. You know what I'm saying? And two places to skate. So I mean, you got your skate on.
I came out to Screaming Wheels.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, I came out to Screaming Wheels a lot of times.
Jimmy Buck. Yeah.
But
we used to get bussed from the south side of Chicago to Screaming Wheels like I think once a month. The neighborhood would go out there, and man, we'd have a blast.
Y'all went past Mark.
I remember that was the first time I heard the song "Push It" by
Salt
and Pepper.
Yes, sir.
Was in Screaming Wheels, and it was like push. I was like, man, what's this? It was off the chain, Yeah. But yeah, man, Screaming Wheels was the joint, dog. I missed that spot.
Yeah, shout out to Screaming Wheels. Going now.
I think if you want to reintroduce dancing, you're gonna have a place like that.
Yeah, it's different now, man. Life is completely different, man. And
it is.
I would love to do, because I've been trying for the longest, because I like to put my hands in a lot of different things. A comedy show, man, where it's a continuous comedy show. You bringing up these new comics, all right, and it's no judge. It's just they come on, they bomb, they don't, and we bring them up. You know what I mean? And you will be the perfect guy to do it. You would be the perfect guy to do that.
Yeah, man, it's funny, like the whole American Idol type looking for talent.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
got those type of shows with the singers, but I think they've done it a couple of times with comedy as well, man. Those shows can exist, no problem, because everybody's always trying to make it and get on. So
Mhm.
you know that those are easy to do, no problem with that. I just shot a television series um the end of last year, and independently shot it under Shot Fly Entertainment, and the name of the show is called Welcome Back Comedy. And Welcome Back Comedy is, yeah, it's a 30-minute episode with a host and 3 comedians, just going back to the basics, you know, like Comic View and Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
just want to bring that element back because uh as I started comedy, I seen the whole evolution of comedy and where it is now, and it's not, and no shows have just the plain original ingredient, just stand-up comedy. Now
that's
they got
correct.
skits involved, they got a lot of, you know, improvisation, all that
Mhm.
stuff. So it's basically just, man, Welcome Back Comedy just makes the statement right there. Welcome back. You know, here
That's
we are back in the day.
that needs to be done. I mean, is it going? You've done it already?
Yeah, we shot 6 episodes. So now I'm in post-production right now. So we shot 6 episodes. We're coming out with a pilot and a trailer that we're gonna be shopping. But
Then-
yeah, I think it's good, man. I got a lot of comedians, the old school comedians from Chicago too, to perform on this show. Like I shot 6 episodes, 3 comedians per episode. So I chose handpicked 18 comedians, and 18 comedians from comedians who I was doing comedy with back in the 90s, such as Tony Schofield, Damon
Mhm.
Williams. I got BLT. I got, you know, anybody who I've done it with in the 90s was on this show. Miss Diane Corder, Cherie
Let's
Luckett,
go.
you know,
Yes.
Sonia D. So I went back and grabbed everybody. He's like, yo, I'm about to create something for us, the veteran cats, because right now we're the OGs in the game right now,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know. And we get a lot of young comedians. They, you know, and get these young comedians, they coming up in their way, but they're coming up on more on social media, you
Yep.
know, because you can
Yep.
meet a young comedian. Yeah, you can meet a young comedian. All they want to know is how many followers you got. I'm
Right.
like, yo, you know, but they don't have the talent to stand up with that like we do. So
Right.
Welcome Back Comedy, you just gonna see a lot of good stand-up comedy as this show progresses, because a lot of these young comedians, they don't have a lot of older OG comedians to look up to, because they're looking at each other. They watching these sketches on social media, so they just do what they see, and it
Mhm.
stay at a level. When we were younger, we all 3 of us on here, we loved our older stand-up comedians. When
Yep.
we were kids, we were listening to Red Fox. We
Richard
were
Pryor.
listening to Richard Pryor. You
Yep.
know, and they were saying stuff we didn't understand, but we just getting educated. So when we experienced them type of things in life, we got the blueprint from Richard, you know, and Red, and
Yeah.
you know, others go, you know, other comics, man, such as Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock. So that's the type of influence I want a lot of these young comedians to have from the older comedians, getting educated, even if they don't understand it, and still laugh and find something funny in it, but quite don't understand because they haven't experienced that type of thing in life yet. They'll get it once it happens, you know, like it was for us when we were young.
Yeah, you're right, man. We used to love. I know. I
Yeah.
used to sneak and listen to Richard Pryor, but
Oh
Who didn't?
yeah, oh
Who
man,
didn't?
we were in grade school. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And like I think I was younger than that, because we were listening to Richard Pryor so much, and then when Eddie Murphy came out with Delirious, that kind of
hilarious.
made
Squat.
everybody shift to Eddie.
Yep.
You know, because with Eddie Murphy Delirious, I heard the LP, I heard the vinyl record before I saw the show.
Right.
So, because my friend, his house was like the club. His house was the hangout. You know, we were in the basement, and he had the cool young parents, and the young parents used to give us the Richard Pryor records and stuff. It set us still, and it set us in a circle listening to Richard Pryor for hours. Therefore, our parents knew what we were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We weren't
Right.
running the streets. We was listening to Richard Pryor. So therefore, the same parents, we've been listening to Richard so much, the same parents come home with this fresh, new, in the plastic Eddie Murphy vinyl record.
Delirious.
I mean, take that Richard Pryor off. Man, put this on, you know. And we knew Eddie Murphy from Saturday Night Live. So this was a shock to us, like, whoa, he got stand up. And man, when we put that thing on, man, oh, bro. And I remember because I was in 4th grade at the time. Wow. So I was in 4th grade. So by me being in 4th grade, I was like 10 years old listening to Eddie Murphy Delirious. But prior before that, no pun intended, before that, I was listening to Richard Pryor. Mm-hmm. And I had to be, and that was before 10 years old. That was in between 5 and 10.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy. It just dawned on me how young I was listening to these comedians. Yeah. And a lot of stuff they said sticks with me to this day.
They were funny. Al Greer said Eddie Murphy was a big fan of Richard Pryor, and all the Wayans brothers. All the Wayans brothers, yeah. Shout out to Al Greer. He's a Chicago radio legend.
Yeah, I think any good comedian is a fan of other good comedians or great comedians. You know, someone who respects the art, someone who like I said, go back to as a comedian being a writer, and you know what I'm saying. Those are the type of things that a good comedian looks for in someone as a great comedian. You know, you got to have all the elements in a stand-up routine for me to really give it its props.
Yeah. No, and like I said again, man, you one of the guys you one of the architects of the Chicago comedy scene. So shout out to you for giving us this masterclass on the comedy. Bringing it up to 2024, man. You got some things that's going on, man. Like this right here at the Theater 47. Friday, February 9th. It's at Theater 47. It's Shot Fly Entertainment, your entertainment company. The League of Extraordinary Comics. You got Tony Schofield, you got Sri Luckett and Roy there with you, man. Tell us about that show.
Yeah, man, the League of Extraordinary Comics, I've come up with that many years ago because the thing is, you know, by me doing this comedy since the 90s, I've seen everybody come into the game. Everybody, you know, it doesn't matter. You can name anybody who's doing comedy. I've seen them come into the game. When I came into the game, that's when like Tony Schofield and Kenny Howe, George Wilborn, those my big brothers, you know, but like under them, it was me, Damon Williams, Deion Cole, Corey Holcomb. It was all of us, Corey Holcomb, you know, so with me seeing everybody come into the game, I've seen a lot of comedians who I thought was funny but wasn't part of the in crowd. You know, it's a lot of cliques inside the comedy game. So by there been a lot of cliques in the comedy game, it was the popular comedians, and you had comedians who weren't getting booked on shows, who weren't invited to certain things because they just wasn't part of the cool kids. But my thing, I come up with the League of Extraordinary Comics because these are the misfits of the in crowds, you know, the outcasts, you know, just like the X-Men, you know, who are not accepted into society. So that's why I came up with the League of Extraordinary Comics, because these comedians deserve some shine and need to be looked at because they're actually funny, but by they're not being part of the cliques or invited to the reindeer games, they don't get that exposure. So that's what I do with my brand, the League of Extraordinary Comics. And then, like I said, I'll put somebody on, like my big brother, Tony Schofield, is on the show. Put him on because like he's a legend in Chicago in comedy, period. You know, but like I said, when I got the X-Men, I got the young comedians out there who's making their way, such as like a a young Spider-Man or a young Iceman, but I got Wolverine over here. You know what I'm saying? I got the guys, the guys who I'm gonna sit out on the front line over here, and those my Tony Schofields and Damon Williams and stuff. You know. So I just look at it like that, man. That's what the League of Extraordinary Comics are. It's at Theater 47, and this would be a different show than just a stand-up comedy show because it's gonna be more to it. We're gonna incorporate some sketch comedy on the big screen, just like format like the Dave Chappelle show. You'll see some stand-up comedy. Then we're gonna take you to the screen and see a comedy sketch, and then also too after the show. I'm going to premiere my my podcast that I'm doing called Cold Conversations. And Cold Conversations is going to take place right after the comedy show in front of the live audience. And I'm going to bring the comedians back out and we're going to discuss some topics as they are displayed on the big screen behind us. And then that's going to be the my podcast premiere.
Oh man, that's what's up. We got the exclusive.
So man, I encourage them out to this show, man. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be an experience. It's gonna be very good, man. So, and Theater 47 is real nice, man. It's a nice 200-seater. There's not a lot of seats, man. It's 200 seats. So please get your tickets, man. Tickets are going. They're $25 each, man. Y'all come on out and call the number for more information. The number that's on the flyer.
Yeah, we've actually had the owner of Theater 47 on the show before, man. He's doing a lot of great things out there, and I think that's a perfect place for you to do this, man. That phone number 70.
Yeah, John.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go. Yeah, you was gonna announce the number right there.
Yeah, the number 708-898-7730. Then you guys got to get there because the seating begins at 7, and the showtime is at 8 o'clock. And you just heard B say afterwards. He's going to be doing what is that? The Be Cold Conversations, right?
Yeah, it's called Cold Conversations, man. It's going to be a podcast. Me talking with the comedians that was on the show, and what we're doing, we're just going to be knocking down some hot topics and everything. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be good.
Cool. And then
I was speaking on John Ruffin. Shout out to John Ruffin. That's my buddy, man. I appreciate him opening up his theater for me to do my event there. So now I'm a residence. I have a residency over at Theater 47 once a month, man. So you guys make sure you come out. It's going to be every second Friday, and you guys come out and man, just see something different. Like not just stand up, but like I said, just because like it's a theater. Like John Ruffin do Broadway plays in his theater, so he got the lights, he got everything, he got the sets, he got the. So I'm utilizing all of that and going to incorporate that because I want to give a theatrical show along with the stand-up, man. So I want people to really get this experience. So it's the League of Extraordinary Comics, man. You all make sure y'all grab them tickets, man. But big ups to John Ruffin. That's my guy.
Yep, John Ruffin's a fantastic individual, man. Got a nice spot out there. And like I said, this is the perfect spot for you to do what you're doing, all right? Yep. That's in Park Forest.
I'm sorry, John put me in my first play. Like I think it was my first play and only play. John put me in years ago. This is back in early 2000s, and he asked me, man, to be in this play, and I was grateful because he made me the boyfriend of Thelma from Good Times.
Okay, oh, man, yes, sir.
Yeah. So she was in the play as well, and I was like the abusive boyfriend to Thelma. I got the kissing and everything. What I'm saying? It was crazy, but yeah. So I John Ruffin for that. I like, man, thank you, bro. That's Thelma from Good Times.
Bernadette. What's her name? Bernadette.
Bernadette Stannis.
Bernadette.
She still looks good.
She looked the same.
Yeah, still beautiful, man.
Black don't crack and beige don't age.
Come on, I don't know about that beige, but the black definitely don't crack. For real. Hey, man, but right after that, on February the 14th, is it? The February the 10th, I'm sorry. He's got another show.
Yeah, the next day. Yeah, I'll be hosting the Glenn Jones concert. If anybody familiar with 90s R&B sensation Glenn Jones.
Show me.
Man, y'all. Yeah, y'all come on out. I'll be hosting that event, and Tony Schofield will be doing a stand-up performance. But like I said, I'll be doing little because Glenn Jones got to get all his time and swoo the ladies, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be up there doing a lot of stuff. If you want to see me do a lot of stand-up comedy and stuff like that, you come the night before to Theater 47. But anybody want to come see Glenn Jones and just come see me have a good time hanging out and hosting it, man, definitely hit that show as well.
Hey, Lady Alicia, man, she's the house queen out there, man. She says big ups to John Ruff and Brown Nicole and myself. Appreciate you, lady. Appreciate you most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
She does
absolutely.
That house music, man. Come on, dude. It's ridiculous. Yes, to Glenn Jones. She said, yeah. Go out there, man. She got a residency because, as you guys know, our audience, man, we always support B. You know, if you got anything going, whether you ask me to put it up there or not, man, I'm putting it up there and letting y'all know.
Barter
This
Black.
is what you're doing, okay? Because it's one of my guys.
Man, much gratitude too. I appreciate you for that, G. But I appreciate you guys, definitely. Yes, thank you.
It's called Barter Black, man. We got to help each other, okay? So if I see that you got something going on, okay, and like I said, knowing you from way back, man, I'm gonna put it out there whether you ask me to or not.
Thank you, brother. Man, much love on that.
And the same way that you you make time for us, man. So we appreciate it. You don't have to do that, you know. Al Greer says send me the flyer. Man. Al, I'll send you the flyer for both of them, okay? So you can talk about it on your radio show as well, man. Most of Al Greer.
Appreciate that, Al. Appreciate it.
You know. So, man, if there's anything that you could tell some of these young comedians, these little young knucklehead comedians that think they know everything, but they don't. You just gave us a master class in this comedy, man. Tell them something, man. Give them something to go on.
Well, here's the thing, man. What I've learned as I was getting older in the game, man. Like I said, I started at 19. I'm 51 now. I'll be 52 in September. So what I've learned, because I've given advice to a lot of comedians coming up. I've done it. And it's like, yo, they're not going to listen. They have to go through it. So until you have that awakening of self and realize and take accountability for all your own bullshit and stuff like that. Now, when you start learning from the lessons, that's when you become fulfilled. That's when you become you. So I got tired of wasting my breath, man. I can't do it. I mean, I can be cliche and be like, yo, believe in yourself, stay strong. You know, I can do all that. But the thing is, man, what they need to do is just go through it all, get the experiences. Hopefully they make the right choices. And that's where their life is going to be led through them choices and end up to a point where you'll be. And that's just what it is, man. I can't really, say too much else.
No, I get it. I mean, I knew you weren't gonna sugarcoat it. I mean, you can't, because that's like it's cliche, man. It's cliche, stay in school and make sure that you do this.
Right.
Come on.
You pray.
Right. Don't do drugs and all that, but the thing is, you got to go through it. The thing I would say is like, man, just try to stay independent as much as you can, man, because as you all know, as time goes, a lot of Hollywood secrets are being exposed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are seeing Hollywood for what it is now. So hopefully no one even has to tell you, don't even go that route where you can see yourself. But, a lot of people, they will compromise their morals and everything to just get it, But the thing is, man, that stuff in the long run is no good. Like I said, I've witnessed a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of stuff. I have friends. I can't even call them. I don't know if I can call them friends anymore, but they're millionaires now. They're out there. They're in the business. They signed the contract. They got the bag out there. So it's just like, man, it's, you got to make that decision, And like I did, I made the decision a long time ago, but it's a harder climb to the top. But man, I can sleep good at night. I can look myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got all that. I feel good, man. I can be good around my family and loved ones and stuff, not feeling ashamed and being worried about if something about to come up from my past, or somebody holding these secrets that holding over my head, once I've seen the whole lynching of Bill Cosby's character, that kind of made me like, yo, what, why I want to be involved with them when they can just hit me at any time? They'll wait till I become 90 years old and then hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, yo, they knowing all this, they knowing this about Bill Cosby, all his, career and stuff like that. Not condoning anything he's done, but just the fact that, man, they waited all this time to really attack him because it was his time to be attacked. See, that's the thing with Hollywood. Everybody does the same thing. They all at the same parties, but it's like, yo, you better chill before we tell on your ass, and before we put the spotlight on you. But you be like, yo, but we all do the shit. We do. No, but yeah, but we gonna expose you.
Right.
And that's what it is. So, and then you better not open your mouth and tell who's along with it and stuff, because then that's when something else, tragic happens. So yeah, man, it's definitely something you don't want to be, just their thumb on you, man, and where it's just they own you, they own your name, they own your likeness, they own everything, So you gotta be careful.
It's hard to do. I guess do independent, because I've been independent all my life basically, except for at 1/7 I did with NBC. But it's hard, and but you got to stay true to you, man. Like you said, we pride ourselves on making sure that people tell their story, man, of going through something to get to something, and you just exemplified that right there, man. So I appreciate you on that part too. Mo, you want to say something?
No doubt.
Yeah, man. If you're a young comedian out there and you're listening to us, let me tell you something. This brother is definitely tell you where it is. You can go chase after that bag if you want to, but if you ain't taking what he's saying in, you're gonna get in some trouble.
And it's gonna come if you stay true to yourself, man. It's gonna come. You'll get your bag, right? But
it's being impatient, really, most of the time. Being impatient, chasing after that bag, and wanting it instead of waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? And it can come. Well, God's not gonna give you anything that you're not ready for anyway. So you got to be patient. But at the same time, it can really work at your pace. It can work fast for you, fast as you want it, if you got yourself together. If you got you together, you gotta remove all the distractions in your life. You gotta cut all the bad energy around you. You gotta cut that away, man. You gotta find out who you are truthfully yourself. Once you do that, everything gonna start happening for you. That's just the law of attraction right there.
Yeah.
You put it out there, it's gonna come back to you.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
And I had to learn that. I had to learn that, man. I had to, had to have that ego assassination. Once everyone has that ego death and wake up on a whole nother level where ego has no more room in you.
Yeah.
Watch how life change. Life will change.
I know, right? That's facts, bro. That is facts. Okay. Make sure y'all go, man. Shotfly Entertainment, the League of Extraordinary Comics at Theater 47 in Park Forest, Illinois, man. That's Friday, February the 9th. For more info, you can call 708-898-7730. Again, that's 708-898-7730. I'm going to put the link to this show from YouTube on again, so you guys be able to get that number and everything. Make sure that you get there. And then right after you laugh that night, don't go to sleep, okay? Get back up, go to the next day. All right. The pre-Valentine's Day gala, hosted by my man B. Cole. Got Tony Sco there. Glenn Jones is going to be out there doing his thing. All right, y'all better get there. Y'all got to support. And I can't forget, man, again, B, I've been telling everybody this. Correct me if I'm wrong, man. You nominated for Stand-Up Comedy of the Year.
Oh yeah, I am, man. If people can go ahead and give me a vote, that's cool, man. And I'm honored to be nominated. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. I appreciate the nod, man. But I just need people to go out there and just put in a vote for a brother.
Now we're gonna push it till you can win, man. So www.312musicaward.com. Okay, go to there. You can vote now. It's going to be on Sunday, March the 10th. All right, but we want to make sure that everybody gets votes. I don't care where you at, California, whatever. Vote for B.
Yes,
Cole,
sir.
Stand-Up Comedian of the Year, man. And real quick shout out to my publicist, okay, Katina Fields out there in California. She's doing a big thing.
That's Katina, that's my friend, man.
Okay, man.
Yes.
Katina need to do some work. She need to put you on the roster too, man. She's my.
You know what?
I was one of her first clients, man, and I'm still her client.
Oh wow, really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Tina. We actually, her and I was talking about it because when I moved out there to LA, I met her when I moved out there, but I was only out there for 6 months because COVID hit, and then once COVID hit, I came back to Chicago. But her and I, we building a business relationship on that, and we were already talking in that direction. But I've been seeing her progress since the pandemic. Like, man, she's been doing a thing, and I know her birthday party is coming up, and she invited me, and if I can get out there to LA, I will definitely be there.
I'm going February the 17th. She's got Chris Spencer's hosting it. Okay, Flex is going to be there. Alexander's going to be there. Chaz Shepard's going to be there. Ray J's going to be there. And if you know Katina, it's going to be a host of other celebrities in the audience. Okay, that's my girl. Yeah. She's been with me for years. She's one of the main reasons that I had to switch up and change up some things. She's done me great, you know, and I'm always going to support her, man.
Awesome. Yeah, she's a great person, man. She's great.
Yeah. She's fantastic, man. What's up, Takesha Howard? She's also a local publicist. You know Takesha?
Yeah, I know. What's up, Takesha? Yo, Keisha, we're doing a show at Theater 47. I know Takesha used to be at a regular there all the time. I'm not sure if she still is, but man, please come on out February 9th.
Man, we trying to get. I know my partner here on DopelivenTV. Gina said she was going to try to get out there as well. Okay, we want everybody to just support. That's why we barter black, man, because we are our own worst enemies sometimes. We can be our own, our best advocates, man, to help each other. So barter black, everybody. Hey, B, appreciate you coming through, man. Again, you know.
Oh, man, I appreciate you having me, G. For real. Thank you, brother.
Always, thanks, bro. We're gonna make sure that we support you always, man. Like I said, whatever you got, all you got to do is put it on your page. I'm gonna put it on here. Mo, you can testify to that. I'm always promoting this stuff.
Yeah, and you know, I'll be glad to come on anytime, man. Just anytime you'll have me, I'll be back.
For sure, man. All you gotta do is say the word. We got you, all right?
My man.
No doubt, man. It's Dope Living TV Live. That's it for the week, y'all. We'll see you guys Monday with something else, all right? Don't forget to go get these tickets, all right? Do I got to put it up there again? Yeah, I'm going to put it up there one more time.
One more time.
We'll do it. It's not a problem for me. Why? Because I hold the controls in my hand. That's what I do. Get it, y'all. Theater 47, Shot Fly Entertainment. It's the League of Extraordinary Comics. That's B. Cole, all right? He's got Tony Sko there. Got Sheree Luckett there. Got Roy there. Y'all got to get there, man. February the 9th, Friday, February the 9th. Man, these crooked teeth and these F's don't work together. You got to get there at 7 o'clock, man. See them again at 7. Showtime at 8. It's going to be huge, all right? And again, right after that, the next day, keep the same clothes on if you got to, all right? It's a pre-Valentine's Day. Why do people say Valentine's? Pre-Valentine Day gala. Glenn Jones, all right? Once again, my man B. Cole is hosting that and got Tony Sko with him again. So, hey, man, you guys support, and make sure we This is a Chicago legend right here, Mr. B. Cole, man. Right. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
No problem, bro.
Man, we'll see you guys Monday, all right? Peace out.
Peace.